Welcome back everyone, Zeke here for an extra special video. Today we're going to be tackling the newly released For Honor, the complete game, and looking at the really exciting campaign story mode that they have attached. Now I was quite intrigued when they did announce this, and I've been wanting to get my hands on it for oh so long. If you enjoy this video, please don't hesitate to leave a like, comment, share and subscribe to show your appreciation, and stay tuned for the next episode.
The great warlords of the Iron Legion pushed the Vikings and the samurai out of the lands of Ashfeld. We knights stood proud and strong, and none dared defy us. Then, like a plague, peace fell on the land. The warlords faded from history, and the people grew weak and complacent. When the Viking raids began anew, the Iron Legion was not prepared. Ashfeld plunged into chaos. Yet the Vikings, too, seemed weak, only a shadow of what they had once been. And the samurai have not left the mire in years. Now, a new force has risen within Ashfeld, the Blackstone Legion. Knights, true warriors. Ones who still understand the difference between predator and prey. We have come to set the world back on its proper course. This will be an age of wolves.
Okay, so a nice little bit of exposition then to get us knowing a little bit more, and of course this is going to be the Knights story mode. As you probably see from the start, we have the Knights, the Samurais and the Vikings all ready to take a part in these battles. This looks like the Warden, so this is quite intriguing. Very handy, battering ram.
Masters of the longsword. Their origins lost to history. Still they fight for what is right. But only a few may join their order.
Sorry, is this the Blackwater Legion, or is this like the Knights Templar or something? Because that's the sort of vibe I'm getting from those knights. Not going to say they're bad or anything, but really exciting to play with them actually.
Defend the walls!
The day that I met the Blackstone Legion and Holden Cross.
Come out!
Dobby! It doesn't have to be like this!
Keep them off the walls!
And just a quick spoiler about that, how is one man going to stop the whole entire army getting on the walls? He's not going to literally stand there and go, nope, you can't come up these walls. But clearly he can push besieging ladders down, so that's always quite handy. Not going to complain about that. And I thought we were going to be the attackers, but clearly in this particular episode we're the defenders. So, intriguing. And that guy just got shot by an arrow.
I need to get moving.
Okay. So of course I have skipped out the basic tutorial of this game in favour of jumping straight into the action. And as you can see, very heavily cinemated, very lovely graphics, I've got to admit. The character does feel like I'm actually controlling a human person. I know that sounds really stupid, to be honest. But it does feel absolutely quite nice to do it. Just a little bit clunky as well. A good type of clunky, it's like you would actually doing it yourself. And I can't believe that guy just literally fell off the side. So even though we skipped the tutorial, we're going to learn about guarding. Just in case we weren't paying attention during the tutorial, or just in case we skipped it altogether. It's kind of nice that they did that. So unfortunately just doing the basics. Guard this way, guard that way, learn how to switch attack stances. And pew. Block. Block. One more block. Kapow! And finally, what we've all been waiting for, some attacks. Some heavy attacks there. And his health bar there, so that's fantastic. Part of me wants to push him off the edge, I will admit. Doesn't seem to be offering much resistance, so that wasn't the best first fight to have.
Gates, hills, doors. Every day.
Reinforcements were coming.
And are you a bad guy? Yep, you're a bad guy. God. Okay. Unless they're taking it really easy on us, it does seem to be quite less challenging as I was hoping for. But you never know. Could just be we're new at this. Oh, now I get 2 on 1. Yeah. Well, that one's dead quite quickly. So as you can see, they don't seem to be putting up much of a fight. And that is the objective done. I thought these were bad guys coming to try and kill me, but nope. Pickups, consume, yeah, that's fine. I'm sure they'll come in handy. Objective reached the courtyard. To me, men of Asher, on other places. I will defeat these soldiers like they are pawns in the army. I gotta worry about this warden though. I'm almost sure I saw him gripping the blade of the weapon to smash down the hilt on the enemy. Though that is a nice strategy to have, I think he would definitely cut his hands to pieces. Oop. Now they're chucking bodies at us. And they have archers. Fantastic. So, get up a power up and make our way up this ladder. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Pow. Okay, blocked me first. And I love how you see all the stances and they actually do change. I missed out on the execution there. That was a bit annoying. So of course when you finish an enemy off using a heavy attack, you get the option or the chance sometimes to perform an execution, and these are shortcut or sort of the shortcuts on how to do these are the square and triangle buttons on the controller, and of course we observables, I'm not even sure if that's a proper word, it's going to be like the collectibles across these campaign missions as well as the breakables. I'm somehow guessing they're the jars that I'm coming across, but they seem too nice for me to break this time. Okay, which way to go? Let's not be scared, let's run towards the raining arrows that everyone seems to be doing on us. And a nice 2-on-1 scenario again, but they both fall to my sword. For I am fantastic. And no living man can slay me. No, clearly not by the looks of it. I'm just making my way through these like they were hot butter. Slash, slashy, slash, slash. And it's also nice that you've got the crumbling scenery behind us. Definitely feels and looks like a battlefield. So wrong, guys. Sort of imagine the knight going, "Can't touch this, do 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 do." Okie dokie, that's one way of getting in. We have been breached! Protect the inner wall! Protect the keep! I'm probably getting way too into this, to be honest. Ooh, drop attack. Shazami! Push! That was quite effective, I gotta admit. Part of me wants to climb up there and try it again. I don't think the game's gonna allow me to do that, but never know. So far, quite a lot of enemies have died to our sword. I still have yet to pull off an execution. So let's take care of these small little minions. Obviously getting the XP in the top right hand corner. Bottom left is for all our power-ups. Of course you can see the health and stamina, which is the green bar of us just above our character's head. So we're just making our way through these smaller little characters. Ah! Kind of annoyed I haven't managed to get my execution yet. I'm not trying to, guys, but just more of a force of habit that I want to. And now I would definitely say we're breached, and I think the game's up. I don't think we're gonna survive, especially not with that guy. Damn, he's bosh. Boop.
Stop! Domini! Domini! Show yourself! These warriors don't have to die. Trial by combat. Right now.
What? Fight you? That's not a trial. That's an execution.
Well, clearly means you're scared, and that's not a good thing, I've got to admit.
You will be my second.
All right then.
How does that even work? You just literally
There would be a
picked me out of a crowd. I'm probably the same guy that you told to defend the walls, and you're not complaining that I'm not defending the walls and that I've come down, but now I'm your second in a trial by combat. So if I lose, they take over all our lands and our villages, and basically we're their prisoner. Well, that's how I understand trial by combats. So I'm literally not giving him any chance to land blows on me. My stamina's going to go any second now. Yep, I had to go and say that, didn't I? So of course you can perform chain attacks, and I'm basically like a sitting duck. Letting him hit me a couple of times till my stamina's back. Nice parry there. Fantastic. Bam. Shazam. And can I land a strong blow on you now? Can I finish this off with an execution? Come on. Oh, one more. No. Dodge. That was a pitiful dodge. Yes! Execution. Boop. Sorry, mate. Your army lost.
We were still at their mercy.
It will not do for a knight of the Blackstone Legion to be defeated by a common mercenary. Kneel.
For valor in battle, for honor and service, I, Holden Cross, raise you. Stand, Knight of the Blackstone Legion.
Another thing, how does that work? You're just my enemy, but you're knighting me and bringing me into your fold. Mind blown.
We're finished here. Come on.
That was how I joined the Blackstone Legion.
And how I became known as a traitor amongst my kind, turning my back on the army that I was in, after fighting a duel and a trial by combat, to then turn over to the other side and go with them because they knighted me. Whoever thinks that staying with my guys might have led to me being knighted anyway. Who knows? So we got some story experience and some nice lovely rewards, so that's quite cool.
More than worthy. But there was still much work to be done. The Vikings were about to destroy the last Iron Legion sanctuary in Ashfeld. My Blackstone Legion would save them.
And that's some nice cool narration then between the sort of story missions as well. Gives that nice little fill. And of course we can replay the story missions if we want a better score or anything like that. Choose the difficulty of each mission, and it gives us a little bit of information about the feats system, as well as how many breakables and observables there are. So each of these episodes will try and focus on 2 campaign missions. I'm not too sure how many videos there's going to be. As I said, hopefully you're enjoying it. If you do, please don't hesitate to leave a like, comment, share and subscribe. And stay tuned for more of these campaign missions.
The Iron Legion is the greatest among them. But in Ashfeld, the Iron Legion was about to be routed. Their commander, Stone, needed an army. Holden Cross sent me.
Blackstone! Where are reinforcements?
I'm it.
You can almost imagine what that guy is thinking. How can he call for reinforcements and only be sent one guy? Clearly he doesn't know what we're capable of, and I've brought a whole host even of indescribable, unimaginative soldiers who will probably die at the first chance they get. What could possibly go wrong? We're gonna die. Hopefully not if I have anything to say with it, so I'm finally gonna get around to breaking these barrels. Breaky, breaky, breaky. Oh, okay then. So we actually do need to break those barrels, as I guessed earlier on in this episode. And we've got to push back the Vikings at the gate. So currently I'm sort of fighting nowhere near the gate. So it might be handy if I actually go lend a hand where I'm actually needed. And of course it is going to tell us all about controlling the front, basically. When there's a large group of enemy small soldiers, basically take them all out, and then we can push the front, bring our troops in, and hopefully then continue the fight to the Vikings and take them all out as much as we possibly can. Of course, while the singular soldiers on their own don't seem to be posing much of an issue, and I'm basically jumping into a whole gang of them, it does seem to be like they're taking down a lot of my health. That's coming down to just over half health already. But luckily I do have those power-ups and can regenerate my health quite quickly. So I'm not going to complain about that. Objective complete. Got our health back as well. Got the new mission objective, which is capture things. Woo! Capture zones. So of course it is going to tell us basically all the basics. The first mission, or mission shall I say, because this is mission 2 of the story.
Killing all the Vikings in this area will claim the
Seems to be going quite well. As I can tell you, this knight is sort of the standard default knight. He's quite good all-rounder then. He has some really heavy attacks and doesn't get stumbled an awful lot, so that's always good to see. Boop, there we go. So with capturing the zone, you've got to make sure it is completely clear, even of the smaller enemies as well. And we'll luckily get a checkpoint. Ooh, that came so close to hitting me. I wonder if that actually could hit me. Bond roll. Attacks perform a specific timing. Okay. So we can check out our moveset by tapping the select or even the options button, but I'm not going to bother doing that. I'm almost sure I can take down that Viking berserker. Seems to have a lot more health than all the other guys. Maybe that's what they've done in this campaign, given the soldiers, which are like the lowest level enemies, don't give you much experience, don't give you health. They have the smaller sort of lieutenants, which are the enemies with sort of 2 health bars, and then maybe the generals, which are the bigger enemies, such as the one I just killed, which have huge health bars, quite difficult to defeat and give a nice XP bonus for when you do defeat them. Who knows? So just taking a guess. Maybe I might have to look into this and let you know. And we get another execution there. Clearly not health and safety oriented there, grasping the blade and hitting the enemy with the handle, the hilt of the sword. Definitely a very precarious battle movement. But now they're going to regret it because I'm on a ballista. Na 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 na. Pew! Oh.
I need to take that garrison.
Pew! This is quite fun. Pew! I think I just shot that guy in the crotch. I normally would feel sorry for them, but they are my enemies at the end of the day. Get the last breakable. Boop. We've got one more zone to clear, so let's fight our way across it. Taking out the small little soldiers as much as we possibly can. Of course, this is the actual map that you train, or one of the maps that you have your training on, so that's quite cool. Of course, it's going to tell us a little bit more about executions, which we know of already. We've been pulling off quite a couple of them, and there seems to be more enemies there, so lovely. And hopefully these are the last breakable pots that we've got, and we've got all of the breakables acquired in this particular level. Not going out my way to get them, but it's always nice.
We need to clear all the Vikings to claim
So
this
that enemy's dead. Do a bit of careful dancing around this one and capture this zone. Whoop whoop. Oh, they're my own soldiers. I just killed my own soldiers. Sorry about that, guys. Sort of new to this whole thing. Only knighted like yesterday. Do apologise. I'm not too sure who the enemy is anymore. Love this game. It's the only game that I know where I can hack and slash wildly and it's not going to be any cause for concern. Zone attack. Sounds ominous. And of course, got to keep an eye on that stamina bar. Running out of stamina already, which isn't the best idea. Luckily I am only taking down small soldiers, so that is such a cumbersome sword. He swings it with as much grace as my grandmother. Not saying my grandmother probably couldn't take down some of these knights. She is a fair old woman. But now I'm sort of tempted to let my grandmother play this. But enough of talking about my grandmother. Let's push back the enemies and get to that zone, the zonal flag. Don't know if that has any sort of significance for the game, or whether it's just like sort of a objective marker. Who knows? Boop, you're dead. I'm clearly just trying to slice my guy's hands open.
Stop! Ég klára þennan.
I'm impressed, Warden.
Why, thank you, I do try and impress. Okay, the Viking leader. Quite intrigued that they have a shield. Don't know why it keeps glowing, but I'm a little bit worried about that. Damn, they're fast. So clearly that's the most agile of the Vikings. Heavy attacks just going straight through them. Still, they're coming up with some great sort of attacks there. Luckily, got the execution. I don't want any survivors, so off with their heads straight away.
Not bad, Blackstone. Not bad at all. Pretty sure I could have done it by myself, but...
But what you really mean to say is you needed the help and you appreciate it, and you're welcome, by the way. Now you know why they only sent me, because I got your whole army to survive. Thank you, I'm here all week. So there we have it, our post-mission rewards, and as I said, this will be the end of this episode in this Let's Play series of For Honor, the Knights campaign. If you enjoyed, please don't hesitate to leave a like, comment, share and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episode where we'll be continuing this campaign battle. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, have a lovely day.
We had the Vikings on the run. And in the mopping up efforts, we also claimed the rest of the scattered legions, bringing them under Blackstone rule. The Warden, I think, had reservations about some of our methods.